Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Howdy, howdy. Welcome to 3 Mississippi's Wednesday night live. How y'all doing? I feel like I didn't adjust. Ooh, I didn't adjust this very well. I'm gonna just gonna give everybody motion sickness for a second. There we go. Hello, everybody. Hello, back to good. Hello, Dawn, Hat Creek Homestead. Hello, Auntie Anne. My fave. What's going on? Country Road Cures in the house. What's going on? We got Rox and Ant up in here. We got Mike Birch. What's going on? What's going on? David Glunt. Hello. Howdy, howdy. Dano P. Cola. Hello. Says, hey, crew. Mike will be hopefully out shortly. He's still a little tied up at work, but he's trying to get out here. He's trying. I know. Just found out I was over in Junk to Gems Homestead with Mike from DD5. They're driving because they're in the process of the big move for him with Gary there. And they had the whole caravan. Jason was in another truck. They were talking on their little radios. Jason from White Rock Homestead. And they were talking about how Wiley from working with Wiley just got monetized, which is very exciting. So that is very cool. Yay to, I know it's his channel, but Jen and Wiley, yay for you guys. I love that for you. That's awesome. And let's see. Hey, Drew's in the house. There we go. Drew's the one I think that mentioned that. Drew's always he knows everything. Drew's like the girl in middle school that like knows all the gossip and the drama. Like Drew knows, like if you have a question, Drew knows. I don't know how he knows everything, but he always knows everything first. And he tells the rest of us. Because I'm always clueless. I never know what's going on. Jerry Jones, hello. Tim Mason, hello. Greg, what's going on? West House, hello. Gypsy Trails, Randall Grundon's in the house with a $10 super chat saying howdy, Sid. I love it. Thank you. Colin Voss, howdy from Iowa. Let's see. Glenn and Shannon Salty Life says, Drew, long time no see. That's right. Normally, oops, I'm not trying to delete anybody. Why is it mad? There we go. Normally, Mama V from Possum Run Homestead is live from 5. So I logged in a little, like quarter till to go check out part of her live because I just got my computer down here and I didn't finish editing, but I finished all I was going to get done before the live. What is that hanging over there? I feel like that's a creature, like a lizard. Hold on. Houston, I think we have a visitor. What is that? Nope, it's my eyes being bad and it's part of my Christmas garland. I thought there was something crawling on the wall. It's not. It's my Christmas decorations, but it really looked like some of it's gone rogue and it looked like a creature on the wall. So there's that. But anyway, so thank you, Randall, there for that $10 super chat. Appreciate that. I got so distracted by the not lizard, but he is a book of knowledge. Drew is a book of knowledge, Burke says. That is very true. Frankie's still sick, guys. You guys, if you've watched Sippin' and Spillin' in the last few days, you know that Frankie was kind of under the weather. She had a performance at church, which luckily she was still able to do that night before she got a little sick. And she's actually, unfortunately, missed the last few days of school. And you may hear her coughing in the background. She's there she goes, in her room. And her fever's come down, but she still looks like not so great. It doesn't sound good either. So I've just been piling her with elderberry syrup and meds and just doing all the things and making her drink water and all that. And it's extra cruddy because she was supposed to perform again tonight at church. She couldn't do that. It was a performance that I did not know about. The gal that kind of is in charge of that texted me this morning and was like, hey, can you make sure that she's there a little early? And I was like, for what? She's sick. What's going on? And she's like, she's got a solo tonight. And I was like, news to me. So I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I would have let you know sooner if I'd known. And Frankie totally forgot about it because normally she has youth group tonight, and she was going to be there for the thing tonight at church, but I didn't know she was performing. I just thought she was going to go and watch it and have dinner with the church family, but that is not the case. So anyway, so luckily I was able to let her know in time to kind of figure out what to do. But poor thing, not feeling well. Oh, I know, it's a bummer. Let's Trade Paint is in the house. Says hello, you beautiful people. Hello, hello. You got sick a month ago today and finally feel normal today, says Glenn and Salty Shannon Life. I always do that. Glenn and Shannon Salty Life. I don't know why my brain and my tongue cannot get together and have a party, but they can. Wild and Free. Hello, long time no see. So yeah, she's unfortunately, and she's got exams all week. So she's already missed a few of her exams. Luckily, she's emailed all her teachers, told them what's going on. They know she's like a good student. And all the kids that were on the FFA retreat have all come down with the plague. So they know that she's not, just trying to get out of tests or whatever. I mean, she's like a straight A student. So they don't think that that's the case. But she's also supposed to have a performance on Friday night at school for her choir class, which again, she has a solo. So I don't think that's going to happen either because she sounds like this. She sounds like a 90-year-old woman that has smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day for the last 57 years. That's just, yeah. So I don't think she's going to be doing much singing, but is what it is. Well, the priest has been busy with the new homestead build. I hear that. I know. Let's see what else is going on here. Wanda Henry, hello. I love it. I love it. So yeah, so unfortunately she's not feeling great, and it's a double whammy because it's right before the holidays, and she has all these performances she's supposed to do and tests. So she's gonna have to take some of them online and some of them. In fact, she was supposed to go to the dentist for her cleaning, and I had to reschedule that because I'm like, you can't go to the dentist and you're just going to be hacking in the hygienist's face, so you can't do that. But I mean, at least I got her fever down now, and I think she's on the mend. But those things just sometimes take a lot out of you. So she's just been sleeping a lot. Just been sleeping a lot. Great Coaster says, I couldn't understand your sipping and spilling. My Italian is rusty. So for those of you that don't know, I did post a sipping and spilling today. About 3.5 minutes into the sipping and spilling, my mic cut out. And I didn't realize that because with my sipping and spillings, because I don't edit them, I don't watch them back. I watch the first few, first 30 seconds or so to make sure that it recorded properly. But apparently my mic battery died partway through. That was 100% my bad. I did not realize it had been that long since I had charged it. And it gives you no warning. It just dies. There was no beeping. There's no blinking. It just quits working, which is definitely a fly in the ointment when it comes to that design. But it's a cheap microphone, so what do I expect? So for the last, half of the sipping and spilling today, it was just me gesticulating everywhere, and that's so yeah. If you don't speak Italian, you had no idea what I was talking about in today's sipping and spilling because I was just with nothing coming out. So there's that. But I put it to private because after a few people commented that, I was like, what? And I went back and I watched it and I was like, oh yeah. So there wasn't really a sipping and spilling today. There was 3 minutes for some people that saw it, and that was all. And that was it. So, Josh Ward, hello. He says, hello, all. Been a few weeks since I could catch a live. I know. Colin Voss says, how is deer season going? Not fantastic, mainly because Frankie's been super busy leading up to this retreat. She had extra FFA meetings all week, every week, and then church obligations. So there wasn't a lot of evenings that they could go and hunt. On top of that, Mike has been just absolutely buried at work, hence empty couch no crouch on the couch. so he has not been able to go out and hunt. So that's a bummer. He got to go out. They went out one time together, but they knew like the odds were not good because the conditions that day were weird, and they were like, we may not see anything, but we'll go anyway. But they didn't get anything that day. That was the day Frankie got her coyote. And then Mike went out once by himself, but didn't get anything that day either. So he did take some vacation time the week before Christmas. So hopefully he'll be able to catch a deer and fill that freezer around that time. So that'll be good. Oops. Oh, I missed something. Now I can't find it. Oh, speak of the devil. Hi, Evelyn. Evelyn Newman's in the house. Steve C, what's going on? There's working with Wiley. I was just talking about you. Congratulations on getting monetized. That's awesome. See, all that hard work, it paying off, literally.
What's up?
Hold on here. Let me get back to. I just saw Junk to Gems Gary in here, but then it went away, and I don't. Now I'm scrolling. There it is. What's up? There we go. Now I'm caught back up. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend.
Hey, Josh.
Almost
I
sitting
saw
in
you
my
text
lap.
me earlier. In fact, I'll check your text
You actually got called out in Junk to Gems live because Mike from DD5 was on the phone. Follow me because this is very complicated. Mike from DD5 was in Junk to Gems live because they were together in the car.
Okay.
And David from Come On Homesteading called Mike during the live on the phone, and he was like, Mike hasn't called me back. I called him like a month ago and he never called me back.
Who said that?
David. Anyways, you got called out for not calling him back. So he expects a phone call.
I have no idea.
I don't know either, but I'm just passing that along. And maybe it's about the tractor. I don't know.
I'm looking at the text that Josh sent me
I was
earlier.
wondering. I was like, what is he doing on his phone right now? He comes out here and then gets on his phone.
I'm going to see if I can share it with you guys.
Do you need assistance?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You have to flip it. Yeah.
I gotta start it over. Hold on.
You have to.
I got this.
Okay. What's going on?
I just wanted to watch it all the way through and make sure there's nothing that we don't want
Nothing
to show.
bad. That's Josh's thermal camera, fancy camera.
Yeah,
they're just
pretty slick.
hopping through the
deer's running away.
Deer's running away.
I wish I'd seen a lot of deers running away lately, because that would mean I'd seen a lot of deers lately.
I've seen 2 dead deer on the side of the road going into town the last 2 days.
Man, I have not.
Some nice does too.
When's the last time I hunted?
Oh, it was like almost.
It's been over a week.
Yeah, it's been like a week and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm failing.
Yeah.
You cannot.
Hi, Anthony. Yo, how y'all doing? Ain't been here for a while.
You can't catch a deer if you don't go hunting.
That's right.
You just can't.
That's true.
Oh, it's a nice gift to get Mike, the thermal camera.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, speaking of gifts that Sid is getting or has gotten Mike, the last couple times that I went hunting, I've been walking because I'm trying to get my steps in, right? Trying to get unfat. So I haven't been driving the Polaris at all. I've been walking. And I went out yesterday to do I was looking for some tools in the back of the Polaris, and I went to grab the bar, and my hand hit something, and I was like,
I wondered if you saw it yesterday.
There's not a did we put a back window in the Polaris? And then I noticed there's a front window in the Polaris. She had a back and front window put in the Polaris.
Well, I put it in.
Oh, you put it in?
Yeah.
Where'd you get it from?
Where do you think?
Chickasaw?
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometime in the last couple of weeks.
That was your early Christmas present.
When did you do that?
Like almost 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So, yeah. Normally I would drive that Polaris almost daily.
Every day I was like, today for sure he's going to see it.
Yeah.
Nope.
But every time I go down to check the mail or
I had a bow on
go
it.
out to the
I would like you to know.
You had a bow on it?
Yeah, it
I
did
would have
not.
seen that.
It did not make it through the.
Oh, that big storm.
It did not make it through everything.
Like I went out to check my deer plots and I almost drove it. Like several days ago, I almost drove it. And I walked out, and this is how it happened. Like I walked out the back door, I put on my muff boots, I started walking towards the Polaris, and I stopped. And I looked out towards the pasture, and I thought I should walk. I should get those steps in. And then I thought, but that walk back's gonna suck because of the uphill. So then I started and turned back towards the Polaris, and then I thought, no, like that's why I'm fat. So I left the Polaris and walked, and literally have not driven that thing in 2 weeks. So, yes, you can catch a deer without hunting with a car.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
I don't understand the people that are hitting the deer and leaving them on the side of the road. They must be driving like, I don't know, a Prius that they can't just throw it in the back. I'd be like scooping that up.
You know what though? Not everybody
knows what to do about it.
Not everybody knows what to do about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you hit
and I'm
a deer,
like, if I don't see it happen, I don't know how long it's been sitting there. I'm not gonna grab it.
Right.
Like it looked fresh, but I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. If it's been several hours in the heat of the day,
well, it's cold
it's
right now.
It's bad. Yeah. But I mean, it could get hit right now and be fine tomorrow morning if it's cold enough tonight.
Yeah. Oh, Josh says that he sold the Kubota that he bought at auction in one day. A lot of internal damage will ruin meat quick. That's true. Yeah. But hey, sausage, it's fine. It's still.
Well, yeah. I mean, if the meat's ruined, it's ruined though. Like you can't make sausage out of spoiled meat.
Well, no, but he's saying if it just got squished.
Oh.
But these deer that I'm seeing look like they just peacefully lay down and they have a little trickle of blood. Like they look like they just are taking a nap. Yeah. I've seen some that have been like hit and drug but these look like they just went, I'm taking a nap.
Yeah, thunder stick. In some states it is illegal. It's actually legal in Mississippi to collect and eat roadkill, and it's categorized as possum, raccoon, whatever, which I'm not gonna do.
No.
But it is legal.
There's Jen. Hi, our mountain home.
Deer around
the corn feeder. Yeah, Anthony says the deer on the corn feeder.
Of the bird feeder.
Or bird feeder.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. But so did you like your early present?
I do. I still haven't driven it.
Are you impressed that I put it all together myself?
I am. Now I'm going to go look at it more closely.
You thought I had the guys install it?
Frankie said you had the guys install it.
She's cracked out of her mind. No. I had the guys put the boxes in the back of my truck because he offered to.
Yeah.
But that was all the help I got. The rest I did myself. And I'm working on that video. That's part of that video that I'm working on right now.
Right on. Yeah, no, I was actually, so I don't know if you told him, but I'm working on a project at Frankie's school.
I did not tell him. Oh, you can't see my wound anymore. I did pinch my hand.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. That's where it
got. I can see it. You don't even remember where it is, so you got no right to complain about it.
It hurt like at the Dickens. I couldn't get my hand out. I literally pinched it in there and then couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there may have been cussing.
Frankie's FFA class they got a state grant to build a outdoor classroom.
Well, it's not her. It's her ag class, not FFA.
Oh, that's right. It's ag class.
Yeah, I know it's confusing because it's the same teacher.
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
Well, FFA is not really a class; it's a program. So
it's a club.
It's a club. It's the cool club. So anyway, her ag class. They're building an outdoor classroom.
That's right, Drew. Don't take my credit.
Right. Don't take Sid's credit.
I installed it.
Love you, Drew. She did install it. And I was surprised. So anyway, so I told them, and we're on some parent board at the school. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how we ended up on that board because we should not be asked our opinions on anything.
So So anyway, we went to one of these meetings a couple months ago, and they were talking about things that are coming up, and things they're doing, and they talked about this $1,200 grant to build this outdoor classroom, which is really just looks like a horseshoe shaped 12-foot by 12-foot by 12-foot table. And I was like, $1,200 ain't gonna go very far. I can help you build it, save you some money. Well, he took me up on that. He reached out and he's like, okay, we're ready to build it. We got the money. And I was like, oh, okay. Let me try to factor that in the schedule. And he's like, now's good.
Yeah.
Kids are chomping at the bit, and I got to use the money before the end of the year. And I was like, oh. So I went down there yesterday. So the first thing I did was made some drawings of what I think, and then went and met with him. And he was like, yeah, we made a couple of minor changes, but not much. And then yesterday I had to go down there and drive some stakes in the ground and stretch some strings and lay out all the squares. And then our buddy Ryan met me there last night with his son Braxton with the gas powered post hole digger.
I'm afraid he would have been there if she didn't have the plague.
Yeah. And we post hole dug like 20 holes with this gas powered digger in the dark with a flashlight. And I was toast. But anyway, while I was collecting tools for that was when I discovered that the Polaris had windows, front and rear windows in it.
Thank you for taking care of that, moderators. That was interesting.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, keep going.
So yeah, I was surprised. So good job doing the install.
Thank you. Yeah.
I know it required Allen wrenches.
Nope.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
A rubber mallet, and I had to sacrifice a chicken. That was it.
Oh, so it just pops in.
Yeah, don't be so pressed. It really wasn't that much.
Okay. Because all of the little brackets have Allen wrench.
Oh, maybe I was supposed to.
Surprised it's not broken.
The directions didn't say to do that.
Okay. All right.
I swear.
You're probably right. I didn't read the directions or closely investigate. I just glanced. I was like, oh wow, there's a front and back window in this.
Maybe you should double check.
And there's some little brackets that hold it in. And
before you take it for a spin, perhaps inspect my. Because it said there were parts that were not there, and then I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, this just clips in. These are just generic instructions for all these models. So anyway. Yeah.
Was that the usual outcome? I must have missed something. Oh, he said West. He was talking to somebody else. All right, I missed a conversation here. Having our own conversation.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Oh, what's going
on? Outdoor adventures with Carrie.
Is in the house.
What's going on?
Carrie just had an outdoor what do you call it? Like a thing on the they produced a thing and like put it was on the I don't know if it was on a regular old school TV or was it only on their YouTube channel. Feel free to blast it in here.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was called. I don't remember. I'm terrible at remembering the names of things, but it was kind of a cool like segment that they did on her.
YouTube has not recommended Oak to me in a minute. I'm trying to remember. It's been a little while. I'm gonna go watch a couple of your videos after this live on purpose.
Well, don't start right now. You're kind
of I'm making myself a note.
Oh, you're making a note.
Because I'm curious why YouTube hasn't offered you up to me lately.
Nobody knows.
So we're gonna go fix that. We're gonna go watch a couple of videos.
Exactly, Brooke. There's always missing or extra parts. Exactly. Well, and this just literally has little things that clip into the bottom that you slide in, and then you clamp it, and then the other part you have a and you like clamp it in. So the front one was a lot harder to get in than the back one. I will say that. The front one you had to like shove your whole body weight on it to get it in and then like really clamp it down to get it all the way around.
And you were filming all this.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun video.
Yeah.
The only downside to the front windshield is now I can't shoot out the front.
Yeah, please don't.
Which is not a big deal because I'm gonna tell you right now.
I mean, you can take them out. It just
last winter
we froze.
Sucked. Yeah. Having no windshield, and then even in the summertime, when you're going down the gravel road, especially when we go out with a 4-wheeler and or we're following somebody on the gravel road, man, you're just eating dust the whole time, just nom like this. Like, no, I don't like it.
Audrey says, Mike is always supporting the smaller channels. Thanks, brother. It's not a size thing. It's just a people thing.
Yeah, it's just like cool people. Like if we like the channel,
I
Look,
mean, if Carrie was like mean and we didn't like her, then we wouldn't say, "Hey, go check out Carrie."
there's some
You
there's
know?
some giant channels out there that I watch too. I'm trying to think of any right now. Really large channels. Like I used to watch Arms Family, but
Oh, she said she did take a small hiatus, so that's probably why, but she's back
oh,
and she
maybe.
appreciates the support. I knew you had taken a break, but I didn't know how big a break because my sometimes I don't like I am way behind on everybody's videos right now. Full disclosure. Oh, this guy again. Holy moly. Spammy, spammy.
Yeah, it's dude. Like if you got
They
something
got
to
him.
say it.
No,
But yeah, let's just
they're
bounce him.
they did.
You're gone, dude. Don't come back. Um, yeah. So
They're making Auntie Anne and everybody work hard tonight. I'm telling you.
um,
If you cut Sid's hands off, she
she
wouldn't be
wouldn't be
able
able
to
to.
say a
That's
word.
a true story.
It is true.
Sometimes when she gets going, I think it's a kung fu lesson. She's like,
No, somebody said, I forget which one of y'all just said it earlier, but that oh hey Laura Bedbury said that they tried to watch my sipping and spilling earlier, but their Italian is rusty because after the first 3 minutes it cut out and I'm just
oh man.
too funny. That's right. Wrench squad's in the house, 100%, Drew. They're doing double duty today. Never replied before. However, I like what you have done in Mississippi. I'm envying and envying's a sin.
Hey, you know what? Don't call it envy then. You know, just say you're happy for it and strive to possibly do something similar.
Yeah,
No sin.
that's right. That's right.
No crime. But thanks for chiming in. You said you've never replied in here before. Welcome, Bill, and thanks for chiming in. Yes, James Hall, we are blessed. Um, and
They do usually, Dano. Those spammers, once they get in there, they're like,
they
so
get multiple
annoying.
accounts. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that doesn't even make. I don't even understand the spam concept. It's like maybe it's just so that they're sure that they're read. Like if they got something to say.
Lonely Hitchhiker Kent says, scares me when Sid drives and does video because her hands are going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Man.
driving with one foot and I'm
It's like, so let me tell you what happened, and then.
Yeah.
And Frankie's starting to get
Oh yeah, she got
very
dinged
similar.
in her FFA stuff. She's lost points because of her gestures. Because she's talking with her hands too much. So she literally has to like remember to not use them because it's really hard for her to do it. So poor baby. She gets that.
Southern Bless Homestead, you're not late, you're right on time. As far as I'm concerned.
Well, you're always late, so you're not
always late.
Yeah.
With your kisses.
Thank you, Alex. Alex says we all envy Mike and Sid. It's why we watch. I don't know. It's probably for my wonderful hand gestures. Jazz hands.
Jazz hands. As a truck driver, it makes him very nervous. Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, James. You'll see my truck coming. It's fine.
Will he though?
Well, I don't
know. So who's got big plans for the holidays? Is anybody going out of town? Is anybody going anywhere? I mean, we're not.
No.
We are hunkering down. We got some awesome, like right here in the community plans.
Yeah.
With some friends and then with ourselves. What? Oh, Laura, what's Laura's question? Wants to know if Mike knows Old Country. Said they would have a blast. I know some Old Country. Throw a song at me. Contusion, my whole body's in mass confusion. I don't know if that was country. Whispering pines. I don't know if that was country either. I know some old country. Yes. Yeah. I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. Mama tried.
We're just waiting to see Sid give Mike a bloody nose from my.
Dude, it's bound to happen at some point.
You're the one that hit me in your sleep before though. Like socked me in your sleep before.
Well,
In the head.
well, she's never gonna let that go.
Never.
But hey, I get to blame it on sleep. So, um, they're out tonight.
Yeah, they are.
Guys. Holy
They
moly.
are. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
We'll just ignore and we'll just keep everybody deleting and blocking.
That's right.
That's all we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let
Thank you. Ace says you
people
reported.
get you
Thank
down.
you. That's right. That's right. Yeah, Laura Membry just said homework movies. Yes, that will be happening. We're gonna Christmas Day. We'll just hunker down and we're just gonna like wear our PJs all day and just open our gifts and watch movies. We have to figure out what we want to eat that day though.
Oh.
Like on actual Christmas Day, I have to figure out what I'm gonna make.
Preacher man says it's the end of time. Yeah, we know that one. Big John. Yeah.
Timmy!
Because at the bottom of that mine lies a big, big man.
Ridge Life Reviews and How To says, hola, friends, medicated but listening.
Oh, no.
I must have missed something.
Man, I hope you're all right, dude. I have not been online today.
I have not either.
If you posted anything, I don't know what happened, but I hope you're all right.
Last thing I saw was you faking everybody out with your work party story of the engagement that wasn't yours. So that's the last ramblings I saw.
Oh, it's a tooth.
Oh,
somebody's talking about his tooth. Oh, root canal.
Oof.
Yeah. No bueno.
You know why he gave himself a bad tooth? Because him and Timifer are just so darn sweet.
Dinosaur by Hank Jr. I do not know that song. I thought I knew a lot of Hank Jr., but I don't know Dinosaur.
Joe Lotto.
Let's see. Mike with Ridge Life talks crap about the 6'8". It's actually 6'5", but I'm willing to bet your daughter can outshoot him. Hey, I'll let you just say what you want to say. I'm not going to chime in there. I'm over that debate, but I am always down for opinions, and Tim knows firearms, so I welcome his opinions.
He could probably shoot really good right now while he's all medicated.
I think that Frankie is really good at what she's practiced. For her age, she is a really good shot.
Drew said he put one of your songs in his last video near the end.
Really?
Yeah, he used one of your songs.
Oh, dude. I'm going to go. You know how to get me to go watch a video right after.
I'm curious which song he used.
Yeah, so am I. I'm going to go check it out. Everybody says I got to listen to Dinosaur by Hank Jr. I'm thinking.
I think I know that.
That was that song by the Police. I think it was the Police. Hey, mighty brontosaurus.
No, that's.
Don't you have a lesson for us?
No, that's not it, baby.
I think that's the Police.
Either way, that's not the song.
It's not a country song.
No, sir, it's not. It is not.
Dinosaur.
That's you.
Dinosaur. Garden progress. Mark Worley. Yeah, I could do a little update on the garden progress. I did plant some cover crops in the garden.
Oh yeah, Josh says being from out west, y'all do tri-tip out there. It's hard to get here. Yeah, they don't do tri-tip here, which blows my mind.
Oh, who brought that up?
Josh.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that tri-tip was a West Coast thing.
Yeah, it's just
because even when I was in the military in Virginia, and I grew up in East Tennessee, and we couldn't really afford to go buy like cool cuts of meat to barbecue. We just ate what we killed.
That's hysterical. White Rock Homestead's here. What's going on? Alaska's last frontier. Hello.
But yeah, around here you're not gonna find a tri-tip. You might be able to order one, like ask your butcher
Yeah.
at your local,
Or
grocery store.
cut
Hey,
it out
next time you
yourself of your own cow.
Oh, right, right, or cut, yeah, like if you,
Yeah.
but nobody butchers their own cows. They're just too big. But you could ask your butcher, hey, next time you place an order me this cut,
Yeah.
because they're not going to have it in the back if it's not something that they normally do, you know.
Yeah. That's true.
So, but I do enjoy barbecue tri-tip, and I don't know why people don't do it here.
So good. We
Yeah,
pressure canned a bunch of tri-tip one year that it was like on sale. We got a bunch of it and we pressure canned it. It was
yeah,
so good.
yeah.
It was so good.
But you do see a lot of brisket here. A
Yeah,
lot more brisket. Like brisket was like,
brisket's like a southern thing,
yeah,
and
when it
brisket you
was
don't see out there as much.
You only saw it when it was like a special, like
Yeah,
out here.
yeah,
I can go to any grocery store right now and get a nice brisket, and
yeah.
there'll be a selection, which is good because brisket's like my favorite cut to add to venison for the summer sausage. Little pro tip for you right there.
There
Use the
you go.
fattier end of it. Let's see here. Never had tri-tip until going to California. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
had no
It's weird.
idea it was like well,
Uh,
it's just like there's certain things here that I've learned, like firecrackers. I didn't know about those until I got out here. Pimento cheese dips, didn't know about that. What's that Captain Rogers or something? There's some that's not it. It's called something like that. That's the thing out here.
See, Josh Ward doesn't care for
Wassail.
brisket.
Wassail is
Auntie
a
Ann
thing out
loves
here.
brisket.
I'd never heard of wassail before. Like there's all these little things that are only out here that I've never seen anywhere else before or never called it that before, and I'm like, "Oh, it's whatever," you know?
Yeah,
But yeah.
speaking, yeah, it's and I like a brisket if it's cooked correctly. It can be tough if it's not cooked correctly, but I enjoy a brisket cooked properly, and then of course you slice it against the grain. You have to know how to work a brisket.
Yeah.
You know? um,
They would always have it around, like, St. Patrick's Day. They
yeah,
would do that for, like, corned beef, you know?
yeah.
So you could buy, like, the thing for corned beef to make it.
But I do, and a tri-tip is even more challenging than a brisket because a tri-tip
Hi, Dot Roper.
is really three muscles. And the way it's shaped, you can't really tell, but if you pay close attention, the 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 muscular grain is going in three different directions depending on where you are on the tri-tip. And after you cook it properly, you then have to cut it properly.
Mhm. Yeah, brisket's the same way. They're saying, a couple people are saying they don't like it. Like White Rock Homestead saying that they haven't cared for it because it's always been tough when they've had it.
Yeah,
And if it's tough, it means it was not cut right and it wasn't cooked right because it does really matter, like
yeah,
the grain of the meat.
yeah.
Like
You
some
always
meat
want
you
to,
can cut in whatever direction and you don't really notice, but a lot of them when you do it, you're like, oh, that made it tough.
yeah, like like a skirt steak. You can eat a skirt steak, it's like a piece of leather, or you can eat a skirt steak that you would not know was a skirt steak. You think it was like amazing.
James Hall, $10 super chat. Thank you. He just said, I just bought one today. They call it a picana, picana, picana
Is that a
here in
tri-tip?
Texas. That's what yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm probably saying it
I
wrong, but
wonder if are you in West Texas? Because really that Tex-Mex kind of merges with the West Coast. I guess they call it Southwestern,
Southwestern,
right?
yeah.
And it probably starts somewhere right there around where you are.
It's not Christmas without the wassail and 24 hours of a Christmas story. You know, I've never watched that movie all the way from the beginning to the end. I've watched it probably all in different pieces. And that was from when I was a kid and they ran it in 24 hours just constantly. And I never finished. Like I would always start it in the middle and then I would watch like I've never watched and
I don't know
I
about
saw
that
it's
one, Josh.
depressing.
It's very different. For me, um, I don't.
What did he say?
He said a tri-tip cooked right is better than a ribeye. Um,
Mm,
it's it's
it's different.
it's different.
Different category to me.
Yeah,
I would put tri-tip more in like the pulled
yeah. I would
meat
compare it more
category.
to, even though you don't pull it, you slice it.
Yeah.
I would compare it more to those types of
Yeah.
meats, not necessarily to a steak. To me, a ribeye has to be compared to another steak. A New York strip steak. a sirloin,
That's right. Alaska's Last
filet
Frontier says a
mignon.
lot of you have not hit that thumb. Don't be a bum. Hit that thumb. That's right.
Hey, that's right now. 107 thumbs up right now.
That's right.
Let's see if we can get that up there a little bit. 107 thumbs
Marinate in
up.
pineapple juice and make all steaks melt in your mouth. Yeah, I guess the acid would break that down. I always have done, my dad always did this, and I've always done it on my steaks, is I take soy sauce and red wine and garlic and pepper. That's it.
And see, I will not let her do that to a
You
ribeye.
you
When
like
I
it when I do it on steak.
Yeah, but a good steak, a quality steak, I don't want marinated. I don't want it marinated. I don't want anything put up. A little bit of salt and pepper, that's it.
Oh, I know Daddy was
A
just gonna
good
be like,
steak's got to be able to stand on its own. Now, if you get somebody's gonna get mad. But a New York steak, yeah, marinated. Oh, James, right there, New York over ribeye. Yep. So sorry, man. Everybody's a little bit different. For me,
I like a
ribeye over a New
fillet.
York for sure.
I would pick a fillet all day long.
Yeah, and she's
That's my
she's
favorite.
all about the fillet. What's the difference between a porterhouse and a T-bone? All right, so
You put wine on the steak and not
um,
drink it. That must be what I'm doing wrong. That's right.
a porterhouse and a T-bone are the same steak, with the exception of the filet mignon. So the T-bone is this side of the cut with the bone,
A1 sauce tastes like bleach. I will fight you.
and the porterhouse is the same cut plus the tenderloin. So the porterhouse is the T-bone plus the tenderloin, if that made sense. So the porterhouse is always going to be a little bit more per pound than a T-bone because it has that more premium cut added to it, and then it's also going to be more weight. It's going to be a bigger steak,
Sarah, if you're doing it right, you open a new bottle and you drink half of it and use the other half on the steak. But I'm just saying.
That's right.
You
No
know.
A1 sauce on a good steak. No
Oh
A1
yeah.
sauce on a bad steak. For
A1
me.
sauce tastes like bleach. I can't. It smells like bleach, tastes like bleach. I'm not a fan.
If anyone has not tried sous vide, you're missing out. Yeah, I mean, sous vide's good for certain things. I like a steak to have the texture of the barbecue, you know.
That's
So
right. That's
if
right.
you've
Why
got a
not?
hot enough grill and you want to sous vide your steak, and then throw it on to market, but there's certain things that I think probably are better in a sous vide than on a grill.
Is
But
Lindsay in here? I didn't even see her pop through. I see people saying hi to her.
oh, here we go. So
I
Glenn
don't
and
see it.
Shannon's Salty Life, they do A1 sauce on French fries, and like our buddy Will does A1 sauce on potatoes,
He does it on everything,
except for his steak.
unless he doesn't like the steak.
Right, unless he doesn't like the steak.
Or he puts it on. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. It's bleach. It tastes like bleach to me. I can't. I can't do it, Captain.
A1 on mashed potatoes, yeah.
The only one that's good is it's the Heinz 57 sauce. That's the kind of orangey one.
You can't say the only one that's good. You can say the only one that
The only
your
one that I
palate
like.
agrees with. Yeah.
The only one that's good.
Yeah. Red wine in the mushrooms. Hey, you're talking my language
too.
right now.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little red wine
Wine.
reduction.
Wet
Wet
wine.
That's right.
Yeah. 125 thumbs up. Look at there. All right. There we go. 22 18-ounce T-bones in the freezer.
Oh,
Nice.
look, David's calling you out. So he is alive.
Ah, brother.
Come on.
Somebody else just told me that you called me out saying I
I
didn't call you
told you
back.
that. It was me. I'm the somebody else.
Yeah. I'm gonna call you after this. You know what's interesting about that is, first of all, I don't remember missing your call, but
You're that memorable, David. Sorry.
I almost called you today. I got up taking one of my walks because I've been sitting too long, and sometimes I don't know what to do. I just need to stand up and walk for 2 or 3 minutes, so I'll go upstairs and harass her. But I had already done that, so I was like, "What am I going to do for 2 or 3 minutes? I just need to walk around." I walked out into the kitchen, filled my glass of water, and
I love you too.
and I thought, man, I haven't talked to David in a while. I should give him a call. And then my phone rang in the office. So I literally thought about that today. I thought, man, I haven't talked to David in a while. I should call him. but I didn't.
He has zero follow through. Good intentions, zero follow through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
I'll make him call you after this. Don't worry.
you don't have to make me call my friends.
I have to remind you incessantly sometimes.
If it was somebody I didn't like, you would have to
I
make
will
me.
literally get text messages sometimes from his friends saying, please tell Mike to call me. I cannot get a hold of him. And I'm like, yeah. And I'll be like, look, your friends are now texting me. It's time to call them back.
Yeah.
He's like, I know, I'm busy. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Your secretary is officially putting in her notice.
Whatever. Ooh, you're out tonight. Big night, huh? All right.
Okay. See,
Look,
now who doesn't have time for you?
that's
Look
right.
at that.
That's right. Hey, that's right.
He's
That's
out there having a life. How dare he?
Mm-hmm. That's fun.
Cruising for honeys, probably. Just kidding. I don't know.
Yeah. So David got a deer.
Yeah.
Tim got a deer. Tim's girlfriend got a deer.
Yeah. Jen got a deer.
Yeah, I haven't got a deer. I got to get out there. I haven't been hunting, for crying out loud. It's like the same thing with David last year. David just didn't hunt.
Right.
And obviously, if you're not hunting, you're not
He
going to
said
get
he
a
had
deer.
to find more friends because Mike doesn't love
Oh
him
man,
anymore.
it's not like that, bro.
Literally,
like
I will
that.
tell you this. He has not gone hunting. I've barely seen him. He's just been in his office. By the time he comes out and I've had his dinner ready for a while, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to bed now. So, and then he eats dinner. So, come on's got a hot date girl named Kate, thinks he's cool because he shoots straight.
Drew dropping the rhymes over there.
That's right.
Yeah, Josh got a deer. Yeah.
That's true. Gary got a deer when he was out with Abraham.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Most of the people that I know that have been hunting this year have gotten deer. I've gone hunting a couple of times, but
yeah, White Rock has not gotten a deer, but they've been focusing on the house and not on pew-pewing.
I hope to get a deer this weekend. I am gonna try to hunt this
I'll
weekend.
send you a frozen deer and you can stick it in the field. David does the same when fishing.
Oh man.
Oh, it's funny.
Can't kill him on the couch. I have not been spending much time on the couch. I'll tell you that.
He's been in his office.
Yeah,
working.
it's been extremely busy at work, and I'm so buried right now because I'm off. I'm on vacation next week. So next week, I plan on hunting every day next week, morning and evening, and probably trying to get like 2 or 3 deer. But now I also have to go to Frankie's school a couple of days and help him build this outdoor classroom.
Yeah.
So that's cutting into my deer hunting too.
David says that he had to get that first one to shut down all that can't shoot straight mess.
That's right. That's right. It's all good.
Oh, Drew says it's a song. But he wasn't just like coming up with that on the fly.
Okay.
We're just not cool enough.
It sounded like a song. I was like, yo, dropping rhymes over there.
All these kids' newfangled songs. We don't know all the words.
Oh, wow. Brooke Burke could have had one last night. 15 yards out your son's bedroom window. Yeah.
Oh, that's within Tim's shooting range.
Oh, ouch.
I'm just kidding.
That was good, though.
I know.
I'm going to give me 5 on that one. Yeah. That's good.
I got your back.
I had like 4 coyotes in the front yard. I was sitting right here on the couch and looked out the window, and they're right there. By the time I got a gun and went out the front door, they were headed down into the horse pasture. I couldn't just start shooting. Didn't know where the horse was. So that would have been irresponsible.
Yeah. No, I was like, don't go out there just shooting the horse. Like, it's not good. So, yeah. What time is it? Okay.
Glenn talking about the rut. Yeah. Last year,
That's right,
our primary rut was about next week. And it was about 5 or 6 days long was when everything was the most active. And then about mid-January, we had a bit of a second rut. I think we had maybe, a couple does in the area. End of January.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
We had a couple does, I think, that didn't take the first time around. And then the other thing that can cause a second rut is if you've got some yearling does that didn't go into estrus when the rut hit because they weren't quite there, right? They need to be about 80 pounds. But then 30 days later, boom, they went in. Well, there you go. That's going to trigger another rut with a buck.
Tim says, shots fired. Too bad it missed.
Yeah, he got a good sense of humor going right now with the
drugs.
With the drugs. That's all right.
Do you know? So you know what I found out? I went to the dentist. Speaking of teeth and all that, I went to the dentist, and the last 2 times I went for my cleaning, he was like, "Hey, bring in your retainer that I wear at night," which is like my mouth guard because I tend to grind and clench my teeth. And I had noticed that there was like wear on it, so I finally remembered to bring it this time when I went, and he's like, "Homegirl, you are like chewing through this mouth guard." Like I just am grinding so hard that I'm like grinding, and I'm like, no wonder I wake up with a headache and like and whatever. And he's like, well, uh, if it gets worse, he's like, we can do Botox. And I'm like, oh my word.
What?
They do Botox to kill the muscles in your jaw so that you don't clench them.
That's silly. We're not doing that.
Yeah. So then it's just headaches.
Yeah.
But I was like, hey, while you got the Botox in there, just do it up.
Steven Sheets, new subscriber here. He's a karaoke country singer. All right. I mean, I think everybody on the planet is a karaoke country singer, or at least a karaoke singer, at least once.
That's accurate.
At least once.
That's accurate.
Everybody's got to do it.
Hot wings, Wranglers, skull ring, get just what you see. Gun rack, ball cap, don't take no crap, ain't no pretty boy toy. I'll rock you steady, rough and ready. Trace Atkins.
All right.
I don't know that song.
Your rendition of it was pretty good too.
No, it's not.
Well, raise your hand if you thought that was a good read there. All right.
I need like 5 margaritas before I attempt any form of karaoke. It's accurate.
I can't carry an okie. Joel, that's funny.
Drew spamming now. Oh, when wrenches go wild.
That's funny.
That's right. That's the good kind of spamming. We don't mind that. I had to read it twice. I know. I was like, what? Took me a second. Well, at first, when I just saw the cold beer, I thought he was talking about John, like Cold Beer Rage. And then I was like, oh no, he's.
What do you do in your live stream there, Steven? Or do you do karaoke stuff in your live stream? Is that what you do? I'm just curious. Let's see.
I'm gonna Google you.
I'm gonna Google your show right now. Steven Sheets. Let's take a look see. Yeah. Turn my volume down here so
you don't blast.
In case Steven starts singing some Hank Jr. here.
Oh, look at that. Timifer's first on the screen. Look at that.
Timifer. First thing that pops up when I open my phone. Okay. Let me do some searching here. Steven Sheets. Steven Sheets.
Oh my word. White Rock says she'd tune in for a duet live stream. All My Ready Friends by Hank Williams Jr., says Steven.
Steven Sheets, musical artist.
What? Tim, I don't even know what you're trying to say. Go back and take more drugs.
What did he say? What I meant? Say you shoot a 6.5 Creedmoor without saying
I get it because that's what he's saying. I get it now. Well, when you're shooting at a distance of more than 5 yards, if your scope is off, that's a problem.
Oh, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about your sipping and spilling.
I know it. Dang it. And of course, the explanation of all
she
that
only got part of the story out.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I'll let you beat me up on it. Reality is I missed, regardless of why. It's all good.
Oh, yeah, but not while we're on here. He'd have to go through ours,
What?
but he could, I
What you
suppose.
talking about?
If you click the 3 dots next to his name, you can, like, go to his channel on the thing, but, like, you'd have to do it from your phone. Oh, you're already there, though. He found it.
Well, I
Never mind.
think this is him,
That's him, I
but
think.
the icon's different.
Sometimes people have 2.
Is this you, bro? Tell me if that's you right there. Oops. Tell me if that's you, Steven Sheets.
I don't know. 5-minute warning. Auntie Ann says 5-minute warning. Sid Heinz 57 on my roast tonight. Nice. Nice. I used to love to put that one on chicken when I would do chicken on the stovetop. I haven't even had it in probably 10 years, but I used to love that stuff.
Speaking of roasts, I pulled a venison sirloin out of the freezer in the garage yesterday and put it in the freezer, out of the freezer in the shop and put it in the freezer in the garage.
So you migrated meat closer to the house.
For you to, that thing that you make usually with a beef roast with the wine.
Oh, my
and
stew.
Yeah. Yeah. It's for you to make that.
But is it defrosting?
No, it's sitting in the freezer.
Oh. Do you want me to make that for Christmas?
No.
Oh.
Because that's not a very that sirloin's going to be a little on the tougher side. It was from a buck, so. But at some point, and because she does that recipe in a pressure cooker.
He loves this one recipe that I make that's basically like a stew. But
you should make a video about that stew.
Give everyone my secret. It is a good stew, though.
It's
Everybody
so
loves
good,
it.
guys. It's so good.
I made it for Paragon Ridge was visiting, and I made it for them when they were here, and they loved it. But yeah, you just get like a cheap, or use venison. I've done that with it. I've done it with venison too. But you get like a cheap cut of beef, like some kind of cheap chuck roast or whatever. You do it in the pressure cooker with Game Tame, which is basically again just soy sauce, and then
Drew, you're the bomb, dude.
Oh, look at that. Drew just texted him.
He's like straight, like
I'm telling you.
I'm mod beyond YouTube. I'm mod into Mike's phone. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for that link, dude. Cool.
He has 3 shorts on his channel. That's how you can tell if it's his channel. But that's
Oh, this is his logo. This is definitely him. Yeah. That's him. We got you, bro. We got you. All right.
There. Now he can do his.
You can thank Drew. Yeah.
Oh my word.
Secret, please. Also need a good venison meatloaf. I make a decent meatloaf, but man, it's been a minute. I would probably just make my normal meatloaf recipe and see what happens.
I used to do a cheese stuffed meatloaf. Remember when I used to make that one? I liked that one. I do like a mozzarella stuffed meatloaf. That was pretty good. I haven't made a meatloaf in a minute.
I'm hungry right now talking about all this food.
I also did not make dinner because I've been busy.
That's all right.
So, but I'll get in there like a good woman and make my man some victuals in just a little while.
Made a poor man stew.
That 2-minute warning,
yeah.
And I'll make food.
Yeah, I think I'm going to encourage her to do the video on this roast. It's probably one of my favorite things that she makes.
Nobody ever likes cooking videos, though. Like, at least not on our channel. Nobody ever likes them.
Well, here's what we'll do. We'll incorporate it in another video.
Yeah. It's super easy to make, guys, and it really just goes in your little Instapot, and that's it. And it's good, and you serve it over rice. You can serve it over pasta, I suppose, if you wanted to, or some kind of like egg noodle. Probably be better over egg noodles or something, but I like it over rice. And then it makes this like jus, like all jus in the bottom, and then you just and it's got onions and celery and carrots and potatoes and mushrooms in it, and it's good, and a lot of garlic. So much garlic that your Italian ancestors come to you from beyond the grave. It has a lot of garlic in it. Yeah.
Yeah, Josh, venison and beef are very different. So I can see how the venison meatloaf would be very dry, actually. So you would want to add
some fat,
some tallow, adding the right fat. It would be the trick, I think, to the venison meatloaf.
Yeah. Guys, it is time's up. It is time's up. Go over to SLR. As far as I know, they are still doing their live tonight. And show them some love. And then, of course, you got MT Homestead after that. You got to go show them some love. And then you got to go say hi to Brian over at Vineyard Farmhouse. So there you have it, guys. I love you all. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you. Thank you to all my mods who got put into overtime earlier tonight.
Yeah,
I
appreciate the
your
help from the spammers there. And
That's
don't forget,
right.
y'all, safety's off.
That's right.
Except for Tim's.